One of the questions we wanted to ask you coming on the show tonight was what, in your words, what is the main causes of crime in Trinidad and Tobago from your perspective, seeing that you have this diverse background and you know you're around Gary Griffith? What what in your own words is the main causes for crime in Trinidad?
I would say that um, you know what fuels crime? Greed. Greed for a lifestyle that you can't
Afford.
afford, but you
Mm-hmm.
want it, and you will do anything to maintain it. Greed is number
Correct.
one. I would say that anger fuels crime because
Yep.
of the fact that a lot of people don't know how to manage their anger. There's a lot of stressful situations that cause them to lose control and they lash out and they end up, committing manslaughter. I'm not agreeing with anything. You asked what are the causes, and I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
you have lack of opportunities. You know, we have a country that is rich, absolutely rich in resources, and yet there are a lot of lack of opportunities for our young people. There's too much time on their hands, and therefore they are involved in crime. Drugs, fuels crime. You have injustice. When people see that there's, the name of this show is Justice Advocate. When there's injustice in a society, people tend to take matters into their own hand, and there's a lot of retaliation. There's a sense of entitlement, which leads to bullying. You feel that you are entitled to certain things or certain services or certain positions. So these things all add together that create a perfect storm for crime to prosper in our country. And so I think, you need to have a two-pronged approach, and that is, I know that we have repeatedly spoken about the avenues and the resources, the tools to fight crime. The interventions for swift police coming into play to to deal with the crime and to fight it. But then you have where it is you can have a transformative behavior through intervention in the schools, at the homes, so that you have where it is you get the population to change their mindset about how they look at life, so that you hinder the crime from taking place. And then of course you have where the crime is already taking place, but you have your police service, equipped to deal with it, so that you can have uh, a quicker response to crime, so that it's much easier and safer for victims to be able to report, for people to feel confident in the justice system, because there is you're getting a quick turnaround in how you find your victims, and you find that persons are absolutely more responsible in dealing with the matters that are before them. But our police officers are not getting it too. As a matter of fact, I heard today, I think the TTPS sent out a press release that certain tactical where has to be returned. I mean, where does that happen in any other part of the world? Where if you don't give your police officers, they're putting their lives on the line to protect us, and they must not be protected. Something I have to be crazy about that. So I have no clue where the commissioner of police head is, and those who are surrounding her, who are her advisors and consultants. I have no clue where their head is, and I have no clue where the Minister of National Security's head is. They're certainly not working to make life better for Trinidad and Tobago, and to make life better in terms of being crime free.
Okay, so in is this government I mean, is the government doing enough where crime is concerned, as from from
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When you remove um, the TTPS app. You remove the online reporting. You remove the hotline. You remove the gender-based violence unit. You remove the community policing. How does that indicate to any sane, thinking citizen that this government is interested in fighting crime? If you could answer me that, then I would be able to probably reconsider what it is I just said. But I don't think you could answer me because no one could give any reasonable explanation as to why you would do it. Why is we don't have boats, that are functioning on our waters to prevent, guns and drugs from coming in and from, to hinder illegal immigrants from coming in? Why is we don't have an aircraft? Instead, we have the government has taken it upon itself to use whatever instruments that they have to be able to fight crime, to try and find all sorts of things upon their opponents to bring them down. Why?
So,
it's because they have an agenda.
So,
and that agenda is not a good agenda. It is not in favor of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
So, in general, what you are saying is that the tools to fight crime in Trinidad and Tobago, the government use it for their own purpose at this point in time. Then, and as you would have said, to tie into the statement that you would have said that they would have used the arms of state to fight their political opponent.
Yes, they're using the resources to fight political opponents. And you would find that in countries that hinder democracy. If you look around the world where you see that democracy is being stifled, that's the first thing that they do. They don't want anybody to criticize them. They don't want anybody to say that is wrong. They don't want anybody to suggest to them that you should do it this way. There's a better way. And that is what we are here for. And this is one of the things that I admire about Gary Griffith. You said it, Candice. He offered himself, although he's not there, although he's a political opponent, he offered himself to help fight the crime. And the reason why he would do something like that is because he is Trinidad and Tobagonian. He wants what is best for his country. It's not about serving self, it's about serving the country and bringing the country to a place, to a level where it is, citizens can move about in their business without being, affected by crime, to curb, crime in terms of home invasions. Look at how home invasions have increased. Do you know how I came into this situation? It wasn't through a home invasion.
Gary Griffith's approach to crime fighting in Trinidad and Tobago has garnered both acclaim and criticism. Known for his brash and confident style, he positions himself as a formidable force against crime, claiming that his aggressive tactics are necessary to reclaim citizens' rights from criminal elements. Griffith's tenure saw a reduction in homicide rates, with claims that he bent the curve of violence since taking office one. However, his controversial rhetoric, including advocating for a shoot-to-kill policy, raises concerns about the implications for police-community relations and human rights. As he continues to engage in public discourse, his effectiveness remains a topic of debate amidst ongoing crime challenges in the nation.